Greetings, our lovely viewers.
Yes.
Welcome to the African Hub with your hosts, Zamnavi,
and Rebecca Nanziri Suna.
We are here to say welcome back. Thank you for the love that you are showing us. Continue subscribing, continue following us. Share with everyone that you know. Keep sharing such that we do this African thing. Let us ride this African journey together.
Yeah,
Rebecca,
because this is the
say
African
hi to our
Hub,
viewers. Yes.
where we talk everything
Africa.
African. So, people who were with us last time, we are so happy to have you. We know it's been a holy month of Ramadan.
Yes, it is.
Zam has been fasting.
Yes.
Zam, congratulations.
We are still fasting.
Until 6:30.
Yes, those 7
More
days.
blessings for
More
you.
blessings,
So now the
yes.
7 days, I dedicate them to me.
Ah.
You fast for me.
Okay. I will
Zam.
fast for this show.
Okay.
Well, our viewers, we would
Yes.
like to say Eid Mubarak
Eid
to the
Mubarak.
Muslims who are there and you've been fasting.
Yeah.
We want to say that we pray to the Almighty Allah that all your prayers get answered.
Yeah.
We hope that everything you've prayed for comes to be realistic.
Yes.
Rebecca, is there anything special you've been praying for?
I've been praying.
Have you even been fasting?
Especially for you, so that we can...
Or you also, when you fast up to 2 p.m.,
you begin to feel every kind of sickness on earth. By the way, I fast. I can fast. So like Zam has been saying, share this video. It's very important to us when you share the video with your loved ones, your family, your friends, because that's the only way we will be able to come back and give you many, many more things. As we normally say, this is the African Hub, and you expect to find the truth.
And only
the truth. Leave alone anywhere else that you can go and be skeptical about what you're hearing from them. Here, be guaranteed, we will give you the truth.
It is a promise that we made to ourselves that
Yes.
if it is something that we are not sure of, at
Yes.
least we will be inviting people who have more information about that specific subject,
Exactly.
such that they can take us through the drive. Well, Rebecca, would you mind taking us through what we discussed last time?
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
briefly.
In a nutshell, because you know
Yes.
we have the show is still there. If you missed last week's show, if you missed our previous show, please you can look it up in the main menu. It was such an amazing show. We enjoyed it, and we know when you watch it, you won't regret that time. You're going to really benefit from it. So from the previous show, now we talked about the visas, and we talked about countries which Ugandan passport holders can visit
Visa-free.
without a visa. Some people are on the plane already. Off to Malaysia.
Yes.
Off to Singapore.
With this in the holiday.
You see?
Hey, me, I don't know where I'm going. With this in the holiday.
Zamu.
Tongoberera.
Yeah, so as you know, it is very amazing and very nice, and I'm so happy because we have feedback already from people that, hey Rebecca, hey Zam, I didn't actually know I can go to this country without a visa. So if that's what you missed by not watching that show, you had better go there and begin checking that show. So today, still about visas. We already told our viewers that we
Yes.
reside in the United Arab Emirates,
Yes.
a land of opportunities.
It is a land
Endless
of
opportunities.
Yes.
So today, we are going to continue on the same journey, but because we stay in the UAE and we are Ugandans, we know that many of you would like to know how you can come and join us here. Zam, when did you come to UAE?
Hey, Rebecca.
You forgot when you came.
No, I didn't forget when I came.
How many years ago? Like 20?
Why do you even bring
When
this
you came
year's
when you're
thing?
30 years. Sorry. Oh my God. Ndandi
See how
said
you've
you-
started with this year's thing.
I'm sorry.
Now, Rebecca, for not to leave a saloon pass.
Anyway, you
our
watched Sunset
viewer-
Beach.
Yes.
Zam, you watched Passions. Bibao. Do you know Bibao?
Please, she's a crazy one, so sometimes I have to go this crazy. But hey,
You know, Zam, I'm so sorry, but you know,
Yes.
when you ask someone those questions and you hear them answer, then someone who watched Bibao, that's life matter. Sankara boys, Tebo girls, you can even recite what they were saying.
Yes.
And you're still 20, my dear. Please, please. Let me not even go there so much. I will not go there so much.
All right. Our dear viewers.
About the visas,
let's go back. You see this lady here. Well, here we are. She's my partner in everything.
Yes.
So yes, I have to ride along.
We thank God,
Well,
yeah.
our dear subscribers, we still thank you so much for joining us, and
Yep.
we pray that you continue supporting us, just as we give you information that we think will be beneficial to you.
Yes.
Like Rebecca said last time. Some of the things that we discussed about last time were how people can visit Uganda and how
True.
those ones in Uganda can get out of Uganda
yeah.
and visit other countries. Well, we will give a brief review on how someone who is not Ugandan can visit Uganda.
Yes.
For Ugandans, as long as you know, for non-Ugandans, as long as you know you don't fall in the category of those who can visit Uganda visa-free,
Yep.
you will definitely need a visa. And at this particular point, they are no longer giving visas on arrival, so you have to make sure that you go to Uganda with your visa. So just go on the website and check out on the immigration of Uganda,
Yep.
just to make sure that you have your visa ready, and
Yes.
then, you
Before
can enjoy
you come
Uganda.
visit the Pearl of Africa.
And there are so many things to enjoy there. Like we told you, this is the African hub. And like we told you earlier, we are going to be going country by country. And hey, we decided to start with Uganda because
Why not?
hey,
It's where
that's
we come
from. Yeah. And it is the Pearl of Africa.
Yes. Yes. So about visas.
About visas.
Apparently, all African countries need visas to come to the UAE.
Oh, that's very true.
The moment
They do.
you are an African, you require a visa to come here. The good thing about that is because visas are not difficult to get.
But not only Ugandans, not only Africans,
Yes.
even non-Africans, I think, require visas to come to the UAE.
Now that we're talking about Africans,
Yes.
is why we are saying all Africans, but
Yes.
it's okay if before you come here, you can check and see if you require a visa or no. But
Yes.
at least if you're an African, since you're on the African hub, you do require a
Yes,
visa.
yes,
Now, the
they-
Ugandans, which kind of visas do we have here, by the way?
There are a
Just for
number of
information.
visas in here that we have, and some of them you would see that we have the tourist visas, we have the employment visas, there is the golden visa, and then you'll find that we have the what other visas? There are the green visa.
Yeah.
There are quite a number of visas. There is also a business visa.
Yes.
Now the question is, what are you coming to do in the UAE, and which
Exactly.
kind of visa do you need to
And
have before
how
you come to the
long
UAE, and how
would you
long are
like
you
to stay
planning to
here?
stay here? So now all these kind of questions
Yes.
help you understand the kind of visa that you want to have.
Yes.
Now let us start. Which one is the most common visa, Rebecca?
Ugandans, between you and me, we know that single entry are most common. Single entry, 2 months visas are common. By the time I came in UAE, it was 2014.
Yeah.
We had the 1 month visa, the two months,
Yeah.
and the 3 months. And I
Yeah.
remember coming with the 1 month visa, and I mistook it for 2 months because it had validity. Zamu.
We shall get there.
We shall get there.
Yeah.
I read that 2
You're
months.
not alone.
I read that 2 months but valid, and I was like, okay, now I'm sorted. And
Oh,
by
dear.
before I know it,
Yes.
my visa was expired, and it was in the middle of getting my employment.
When we were growing up,
Yes.
they used to tell us that going to school and getting educated are two different things. So I can't see.
Zamu
You got-
ngomira kusho. Zamu.
No. I'm not. Rebecca,
Everybody
see
saying
who
I'm
for me-
innocent. Okay, you're just
But
speaking
I'm
the truth.
just saying
Same
that.
thing.
See, here is the thing. When it comes to visas,
Yeah.
everyone out there needs to be extremely careful.
True.
Like we have said, there are different kinds of visas.
Yes.
We were talking about the visit visas. Now,
Yeah.
these visit visas, you will see that, like you said,
Yeah.
the 1 month and the 2 months. We usually prefer saying 30 days and 60 days visa.
Actually,
So
much better because they
before-
count in days.
Yeah,
not
before,
like month. Yeah.
Actually, before we had even a 90 days visa.
I remember because by the time I came, it was there. I just left it to go because it was very expensive. How much did you pay before you? Actually, I paid 2 million Uganda shillings
That was
for
a
my
lot.
1 month.
For my 1 month, then
When I came
paid-
here, I found people are paying less than 1 million. I was like,
I
but
know.
why?
That is what I said. Going to school and
We are not travel consultants, but we are going to
no. Abayi no kusomesa. Like abata kusedde.
teach me Kampala in UAE.
Aba kusomesa.
Salute.
Kakati nze yasoma kankuyigirize nti visa eno eya 60 days.
Yes.
Osobola ogifuna ku 5 naye kanjikuguza 1,500 oyige.
Yeah.
All right, our
Yeah.
dear subscribers, what we are saying here is,
Yeah.
if you are in Uganda and you would like to come to the UAE, what kind of visas can you look at? Yes, we've mentioned all the other visas,
Yeah.
but let us concentrate on the visas that are mainly used by
Yeah.
people who are coming
Commonly
to Uganda,
used,
commonly used. And I think some of them are at this particular moment,
Yes.
as we are talking today, we are in 2023.
Yes.
And this is April of 2023. So
Yeah.
the information that we are giving right now,
Fresh,
kind of,
first-hand, yeah.
yes, lies within that time period. Because when it comes to visas, things keep on changing.
Yeah.
So I don't want someone to come after 6 months and quote what
They said.
Yeah, they said. So what we're saying is, at this particular moment, the only visa that a Ugandan can use, or the only 2 visas that a Ugandan can
Commonly
use easily,
used.
it is the 60 days visa,
Yep.
and then maybe the employment visa.
So
I'll
we have the
try to give-
60-day,
Yes.
30-day visa, 60-day visa, but in two categories: a single entry and multiple entry.
The reason,
Yeah.
yes, that is true. We
Okay.
have those two types of visas. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
at this particular moment, for a Ugandan who is in Uganda,
Yes.
who wants to come and visit United Arab Emirates, the only visa that they can easily access is the 60 days visa. Why am I not mentioning the 30 days
Okay.
visa?
Yes.
The 30 days visa is complicated at this particular moment. Like I've said, today is we are in April of 2023. Visas became a little bit complicated some time back
Yeah.
because of a lot of issues that are going on. Maybe we will dive into that some other time.
We will have to tell you because
Yes, we will.
They're
But,
our own.
Yes. Now, what is happening is that the 30 days visa has been scrapped off, not entirely, but
Okay.
the condition is so hard for some Ugandans to
That
you
is
know,
the one. If to give it to you, you must have at least $10,000 on your account.
that is an equivalent
before you
of at
apply.
least million asatu musanvu Uganda.
So if you don't have that money, leave the visa alone. Like
Ochegere.
you even forget about it. And
Yes,
then
so that is why
go
we are
for the
saying that
easier one, okay.
let us tell these people that now at this particular moment, if you're thinking about coming to the UAE,
Yeah.
the easiest visa for you would be a 60 days visa, and the money they are ranging between around I think 1,000 dirhams and some people are even selling it 2,000 dirhams because of what is going on. And if we take you back a little bit,
Yeah.
this same visa was out this 60 days because we used to get actually the 90 days visa.
I remember it was the
880.
prominent one. Yeah.
Now imagine we used to
880 dirhams.
Yes. Now
Only.
comparing that for a 90 days visa with this one, comparing it to this one of 60 days of
Yeah.
around 1,500, you can see how difficult things are turning
Single
out now.
entry.
Now that is a single entry.
You have someone who wanted to come back with a single entry, come back again.
Rebecca, there is this lady. So she gets her visa.
Yes.
And then she comes
Yeah.
to the UAE.
Yes.
And she exits.
Yeah.
Then when she exits, she calls me. She's like, okay, I need a ticket. So we give her a ticket and
Yeah.
everything. And she reached the airport and she's like, I cannot come. So I ask, why can't you come? They have told me my visa cannot come. You see, the last time I was there, the other visa you gave me, I used it for only 10 days. So it was still left with my 20 days.
But
it was a single entry.
Oh, so it is very important for someone who is watching now to understand
Yes.
which kind of visa you hold.
Exactly.
Actually, disclaimer, we are not travel consultants, but we are here to help you. We are here to guide you.
Yes.
And maybe later, after we do our proper research, we will bring you a travel consultant that you can trust. But very important to know which kind of visa you have to come with.
Well,
You're coming in with.
let us give them that information so that I
Please.
don't get another call of that kind.
Please,
So here's
yeah.
the thing. If you get a visa, there are some details on this particular visa that you get.
Yes.
So you have to make sure that these details are in line with every single detail on your passport. The last topic we were talking about passports.
Yeah.
Now we are assuming you already have your passport and the next step is you getting your
To-
visa.
to come here,
Now
yeah.
you have your visa. What is it that you need to know about your visa?
Yes.
First things first. I have seen people getting visas with passport numbers not matching
Oh my
same on the
God.
visa and then on the passport copy.
Yes.
These are things that you need to be extremely, extremely careful about. The name, even if there is a small mistake, like a letter or something or anything, for as long as there is anything which is not matching, especially with the bio page of your passport, it means you'll not be able to travel. There are a lot of details about visas that I think our subscribers need to understand, especially the UAE visa. Since this is where we are going to talk most about the UAE visa. Whereas with time, we will talk to you about the Canada visa, the US
Other
visas.
visas.
They want those visas.
The Canada visas. Yeah, stay tuned.
The way they will
Subscribe,
they want
turn
those
on the
visas.
notification bell.
But we are going to
When we
bring
come,
you
you will
people
know.
who can actually give you these details and actually advise you on how to travel anywhere
As an
outside of
African,
UAE as an
yes,
African.
yes.
And you will be surprised at how easy some of them can be.
It is.
Back to UAE. The things that I think people should be extremely careful about after making sure that your name, your date of birth, the details on your passport match that on your visa.
Yes.
You need to know what kind of visa your travel agent has given you.
Oh my God.
We've
very
talked about
important,
different
yeah.
visas now. We have visas which come in as single entry visa. Now,
Yes.
a single entry visa is one whereby if you use it, it doesn't matter whether it was a 90 days visa.
It is gone.
If you come in the country and you exit, it's gone.
Finished.
Whether you've been here for 2 days
one
or
day.
3 days or 1 day, it is gone. You cannot use it
Because
again.
it is a single
Entry
You only
visa.
use it once.
Now, the problem would be when people receive their visas, they don't even take the time to read these things. But
we
these are some
do
of
that.
the things
It's like reading instructions when you buy a new thing. After breaking, then you come and say, but this handle is it?
tujja kubayigiriza nga bakusabye 2,200.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, now there is the multiple entry visa.
Yes.
Now the multiple entry visa is the kind of visa which gives you allowance to use it more than once. It
But
means
really, that
that
would
if
be the
it's a
better one if
90 days
someone had
visa or
enough
a
money
60
for it.
days visa, like let's talk about the 60 days visa because
Yes.
now the 90 days visa is out as we speak.
Yeah.
Maybe we will get it later on, but as we speak now, it's
Now.
only the 60 days visa. Now, if for example you get a 60 days visa and it is a multiple entry visa, it means you can come in the UAE, exit, come back again and exit.
Okay.
However, I'm not so
Yes.
sure about how many times that can be
You
done.
can go and come.
But I think it can be maybe a number of times, 3 or 4 times. I'm not so sure.
Still, as we
But
said,
for
you
this
check with
one,
your travel consultant.
Yes, for this one,
So you know,
if you have enough information about it, you can come to us and clarify and be like, no, you can use it as many times as you want. 'Cause,
Comment section for you,
I
yeah.
may want to fly in every day for 60 times. Like
I know,
come,
yeah?
I go back, I come, I go back.
Hey, when the money deliver, oh, okay.
Yes. Now, that being said, for this kind of visa, it is one of the visas that most people, especially now people who are into business, between
Abasubuzi.
Yes, this is the kind of
business
visa
people.
Jebetanira. Then we have another group of people between transporters. Those ones who are in the Ugandan community know who the transporters are.
They are frequent flyers.
Exactly. They take your things, they bring them, you pay them for something. So now these people also use this kind of visa because it is good. Like you can use it as many times as you want to use it for as long as it's still valid and not expired. Now, apart from that, for as long as this visa is there, you use it, and that is it. Now, after talking about the visit visa, Rebecca, there is the business visa, like we said. So business visas, these days, I'm not so certain if they are quite popular like they used to be, given the situation which is going on. I mean, everyone would be asking, why is she talking about this situation? What is that situation? For someone who is not in the UAE,
Yes.
let us tell you something slightly about the situation. Rebecca,
What happened?
Babuli.
The people who have been here for a long time, like,
Yeah.
we did things. I think, let me call it straight. It was discipline, right?
Yeah,
It was
it is
discipline,
discipline.
a disciplinary issue
Yeah.
where this country loves peace.
Yeah.
For all the time that I've been here, it's now going to be 9 years almost. I can tell you that one reason why I'm here with my family and we are happy and we feel is because we feel safe. So the country does all it can. But there are some people who come here and they come along with all their behavior.
Yes.
So there some situations came along and people from some nationalities came here and they did what they did. They began to misbehave.
Olina empisa.
Misbehave. You sugarcoat ko bananga. I come from Uganda. But from Uganda, we sugarcoat ko a little bit.
All right, let me give it to them the way it is.
Mananga,
Here is the thing. If you're a Ugandan who is in Uganda
Yeah.
and you're planning on coming to the UAE,
Yes.
come here knowing that this country does not tolerate bad behaviors. This country does not tolerate
It will do
stealing. This
anything
country
to
does not
stop it,
tolerate
yeah.
fights. This country does not tolerate any kind of misbehavior. There are things
Obuyisayisa.
okajeyo bulungi
You
nnyo.
know?
Obuyisayisa obwo.
Yeah.
Like if I mean back home otambula n'ogamba nti ntambudde ekiro ssaawa 4, 5, 6, 7 ne weeraliikirira n'ogawaaye akasika kaawali n'akayitamu akasaka. But here, this is a place where tusobola okutambula paka ku ssaawa 8, ssaawa 9 nga tolina kye weeraliikirira. Kati gwe bw'ova eri n'ogamba nti lwakubanga ozze mu nsi.
Zamu okulukuse Oluganda. For my friends.
Rebecca,
Yes.
ebyokusugarcoatinga biveeko. Let me give it as it is. Well, here is the thing. There are some issues that we Ugandans have faced in the time being, mu biseera bino, and one of them has been visa overstay. Amasa awo tunaba twogera ku details about these visas.
Yeah.
You will see that overstaying is one of the biggest issues about visas.
Okay.
And this is one of the reasons as to why you see that now Uganda and some other African countries
Yes.
are finding it difficult to get visas. Well, it is not the only reason, but it is one of the main reasons as to why visa application and visa approvals have become a little bit more complicated
The
than they used to be.
violations, visa violations. Okay, I understand.
This usually this came in especially during the time of COVID, and then getting from COVID and then translating into this new transitioning into this new kind of living. You see that some people who came in expecting to get jobs, they failed to get jobs, and then someone will be like, "Nzira ye waka wali yoki, ngenda kukola yoki."
Mungoba kuchi.
So they would rather be here, overstay rather than going home. However, it is now affecting us all as a community, and this is not just Ugandans, but this is like African in general. So if you're there at home, these are some of the things you need to understand. That if you're coming here, you're coming with a 60 days visa. Make sure that you have a backup plan.
Very important.
It's either you're going to go back home after these 60 days expire, before actually they expire, or you have a plan of renewing your visa before these 60 days expire.
You can renew while in the country, no need to exit, or because I heard it had been cancelled.
Just recently.
Within the country.
Now we cannot do within the country.
Okay.
Before
Can
it
you
was
at least
very
go
easy.
to Oman?
Yes. Now they are doing airport to airport visa changes. But see, things have really, really changed.
A lot has changed for
A
sure.
lot has changed, starting with the visas.
From our
and
days.
from
At our days. Yes.
Yeah, from our days. What is happening now is that you cannot even do a visa change while in the country. Yet you would stay at your house and you just have your visa renewed by your travel agent without even you lifting a finger. You just have to send them the money and they renew their visa. But now at this particular moment, someone needs to exit, do airport to airport before their visa gets renewed.
Okay.
All this is coming in because of the fact that we tend to overlook some of these things. We don't, maybe it is like some people just don't take them seriously. But what we are saying is, make sure that if you're outside your country,
yes, you're in a foreign land,
your visa is
extremely important here.
Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Visa yo bwebulamu bwo. Because the moment you abscond, the moment you get all these kind of issues, it becomes extremely difficult for you to travel out of this country. And remember, it's not your country.
That's true.
You want to exit, you cannot exit. You want to do this, you cannot do this.
So you get locked up.
You get locked up.
But you know, you may not lose all the hope if you're in such a situation right now and you're watching. Maybe your visa expired and you went on to overstays, and maybe you're going through some things that we're going to be talking about. There is always a way out. UAE loves people doing it right. Even if you come and your situation is the worst, it can be resolved. As we go forward, we shall be talking about ways you can get resolved. But for now, Zam, how can someone apply for a visa? I mean, for someone who is in Uganda, who is back home in Uganda, since we're talking about Uganda, or maybe another African country because it's more like the same situation.
Yes.
How can someone apply for a visa?
I will give them two options of getting visas. I'll start with the visit visa. Then from the visit visa, I'll talk about the employment visa. Now, for the visit visa, I always advise people to find the right travel agencies to work with.
Yes.
Because when it comes to the UAE visa, you need a travel agent or someone we call a sponsor.
Someone you can trust. Yeah.
Yes. Now, these are the ones who do the application for you.
Okay.
Just make sure that this travel agent you're dealing with is a very well registered travel agent, has a good reputation. Don't give out your money to anyone you cannot trust.
Otherwise, they will teach you Kampala like me.
You know, you find someone on the street and then you give them money like tewazikolere. How can you pay 2,000 dirhams for a 1 month visa?
We can go forward.
Now there is the visa, which is now the employment visa. Now for the employment visa, that one, the application is entirely for the company. All you have to do is find yourself a job. Other people use the websites. They find jobs online.
Employment, you come here with the visa, which allows you to look for a job.
Which allows you to work.
Which allows you to work?
Yes.
How long is that visa? What's that validity? How many days?
All right. So the employment visa is a kind of visa that someone uses to work. How do you get it? For someone who is outside of the country and you're planning on finding a job, I always, actually these days, I'm advising people, if you're planning on coming to the UAE or any other country.
To look for a job.
No.
Hey.
If you're planning to come to the UAE to work.
Hey. To work.
If you're coming here to work, when you plan, like, is to come to the UAE to work, don't come with a visit visa.
But now what's the difference coming to look for a job and coming to work?
Because when you're coming to look for a job,
Yes.
it means you don't have the job. You're coming here to look for it
Okay.
and you find it.
Yes.
Me, I'm saying, as long as you're in Uganda,
Yes.
try to make sure that you find a job before coming to the UAE. Because, Rebecca, let us be honest here and sincere.
Okay.
By the time we came, there used to be jobs. We would wake up in the morning,
Even
go
the
for walk-in
walk-ins.
interviews, and
True.
we get a job.
I got my
it is
job
not
in through
happening
walk-ins.
now
Yeah.
anymore. The
When people
industry
see-
is extremely down,
Yep.
and these are some of the reasons as to why we are getting more overstays.
And also because of the COVID, actually, people don't want to welcome people in, like the massive number of people. They don't know
Yes.
where you're coming from. They don't know why you're coming. I mean, it's difficult. Really
Extremely
difficult
difficult
now.
now. And what I'm advising people is that if you're back home, let's say in Uganda, let's take Uganda for example, you will find that there are recruitment companies. I'm talking about legit recruitment companies. Find those legit recruitment companies. These recruitment companies will help you find a job such that while you're living home,
Yeah.
you have an employment visa. Rebecca, what happens is when a company employs you, even if you're back home, I've seen HRs traveling to different countries. It is not just Uganda, but
Yes.
all African countries
Yes.
and even non-African countries. I've seen them going to Asian countries as well, just to make recruitment. Now, when this company comes or it sends an HR to come to your country, this company will give you a job. They select
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Then
While
after
back home.
yes, while back home. When this company selects you while back home, you sign your offer letter there while you're home.
Okay.
Then when you sign your offer letter, the company will come here and process your employment visa. Now there is that visa which they call the E-visa.
E1 visa, is that the
The
one?
E-visa. It is
Oh.
a 2 months valid employment visa. But
Okay.
it is only when you come to the UAE that this visa gets transferred from the E to now your passport.
The employment.
Where-
I have two things about that.
Yes.
Keep where you were going. Just keep it. Hold it there. Number one,
Yes.
that if I've seen someone mess up with an e-visa before.
Yes.
The person was home in
Yes.
Uganda. The person
Yes.
got a job.
Yes.
This time through a recruitment from here. Like they applied online and they got the job.
Yes.
And then when they got the E1 visa, they came here and decided to stay and look for another job. Remember, the sponsor is a company.
Yes.
It is clearly mentioned that you're
Yes.
coming to work for this company.
Yes.
So please
Yes.
don't make that mistake.
Yes.
The moment someone gives you a visa
Yes.
of a job,
Yes.
please, when you come here, you're only entitled to work for that,
Particular company.
not any other company. Let us know. You know, Ugandans, we are smart people. Don't be in this country, you cannot be smart.
Yes.
You know, in such kind of way. You know, so it's good to be truthful. So when a company gives you visa, come work for that company. Number two.
Yes.
You've talked about getting the employment visa from home,
Yes.
which I know is something very interesting. I know people want to hear more.
Yes.
I know we don't have a company right now, like a employment agency right now that we can, we because we as African Hub, we need to first go deep into the research.
Yes.
We be sure of the information. We be sure of we make proper due diligence about the company before we can tell you it will help you bring you here.
Yes.
When we get one, we will come and tell you.
That is a promise. And maybe
Exactly.
not one or two companies. We
We
will
will tell
tell you more about
So
that.
you are still telling me.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was saying.
You are the
that
one with
now
the
this
information.
visa-
I have to listen nicely. Yes.
So what I was saying is this visa
Yep.
has a number of advantages over a visit visa. I'm not saying visit visas are not good. It is good depending on what you're coming here to do. Actually, as I talk to you now, Rebecca, it is the system is in such a way that it is changing. Like I think a few months from now,
Yeah.
people who are on visit visa will no longer be given residence visa as employees for some companies. This
Because
is what
you
we are
came as a
hearing as of now.
visitor.
Exactly. So what I'm advising everyone back home, for you to avoid all these kind of issues, make sure that if it is possible for you to come with an employment visa, please
it.
come with an
If
employment
you're
visa.
able to.
Yes, if you're able to come with an employment visa. Still talking about that thing of visit people coming.
Yes.
Some of the visas we mentioned, there is a visa that we didn't mention. There's a visa now that they are introducing, which is a job seekers visa.
Amazing.
Yes. Now, for
Me,
job
that
seekers
would
visa,
be mine. I think that would be mine and my community.
but it has its own what
Shortcomings
No,
or
no, no, no.
it's-
It has its kigambo ky'oluzungu nga kigaana.
Yogera mu Luganda wa mu Lusoga, no problem. Me, I'll
Erina
translate.
obukwakulizo bwayo.
So many restrictions. You see?
So akakwakuliza akasooka
The
kidde
first restriction, Zam.
Yes. Now,
The first
some of the
restriction.
details that this visa requires
Yes.
is that they are giving it details like someone needs a bachelor's or something of the kind before you can come to seek jobs.
Okay.
And yet we understand that there are some people who can get jobs with when they are not actually having bachelors. You understand? Now, if you don't have a bachelor's or a diploma, how will you come with a visa?
Wait, that word which you told me to translate. I'm still on that word. Maybe terms and conditions. I feel like I gave you a katwa. Restrictions or term. You had left the subject.
Subscribers, this is Rebecca Naziri Suna and I'm Zam Nabidi, and please ride with us.
Differentiate both of us when you are saying those girls. Be specific. Who did what? So the term. Okay, let's go with terms and conditions.
Let's use terms and conditions.
Job seekers visa.
It has its own terms and conditions.
Oh, Tio.
That rhymes better than the one you said earlier.
The English is with me. I choose to give you which word. Now I give you terms and conditions.
Nze kandogera olusoga obukwakulizo
Okay.
obwa visa eyo.
Okay.
Well, people, what we are saying is as long as you can find a job before coming to the UAE, I suggest you find a job first.
So it's the best option.
It is one of the bestest options. Where in this case, you get your visa, you come here. It is the company which is going to pick you up because you're the responsibility of the company. This company picks you up, it takes you to its accommodation, and then it gives you everything. So that is that type of visa. And those are the two kinds of visas that we will be talking about. Now, Rebecca, we were having some kinds of mistakes.
Yeah.
Can you please tell them one of the mistakes
we
you did?
have some mistakes related to visas, but before we go there, we have the employment visa, like after you get the residence visa.
Yes.
When you have your E1 visa, when
Yes.
you come here, Zam has mentioned that that's when you go into
You do the
there's so many
medical.
things to be
Yes.
done. The medicals, medicals, very, very important.
Tuchogereko medical. Everyone there, if you're an
Yes.
African or
Yes.
a Ugandan, I'm looking directly into the cameras to tell you this. Let no one lie to you, my dear. While we are here, working here, you need to be medically fit.
Medically fit.
By medically fit, there are some diseases that you cannot see.
Which might not allow you work nicely. Let me put some clothes on that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here is the thing. Some of these diseases, I think tuberculosis. If you have tuberculosis, you cannot be allowed to work here. If you're HIV positive, you're not allowed to get a residence visa here because hepatitis B, yes, and some other more diseases depending on the kind of job you're going to do. Because you see that if you're getting the medical, some other jobs are more detailed
to other things.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to TB,
yes.
Even if you are just exposed and you get scars of TB, I have someone painfully, a brother of mine, he was denied a visa. He failed the medical because they said they found scars of TB.
He had it and it got cured, but the scars remained.
And when they're asking him what happened, he said, did you take care of someone with TB before? And he said yes.
Yeah.
So we need to be very, very careful. And I pray that it won't happen to any one of you.
So please do not pay your money to any company that is bringing you here to work. If you know that you have any of those diseases that we've mentioned, just make sure that you do a comprehensive, healthy checkup before you go anywhere to find a job. Even those ones who are telling you, you can come to Dubai and work. You just bring your money. Me, I will bring you. First, make sure that you are healthy before you come here and work. Back to the
mistakes related to visas before we take a break, because today we will not tell them. Let them see by surprise. Surprise! We have something nice coming.
We won't tell them it is travel.
You're not sorry even. It is part of it. Okay. So we have some mistakes related to visas, which we're not going to go deep into it now, but we promise to, because we have to talk about these things and give a remedy for them.
Yeah.
So we have wrong visas. Coming with the wrong visa is one of the biggest mistakes you can do before you come to the UAE.
They will ask you what's a wrong visa.
When you're coming for another purpose and you get a visa for another purpose.
Okay.
For example, you're coming for tourism, but you get a business visa.
Yeah.
You're coming to look for a job, but you come with the tourist visa.
Yes.
So we shall talk about that and how to go about it.
Yes.
We have fake visas. This is so absurd. But really, Ugandans, why do you go to NASA and get a visa for someone? Sincerely, the person gives you money and then you go to NASA and...
Today we are talking about Uganda.
Uganda. Zam. But it's really, really absurd. But it happens. So you cannot come in here with the wrong fake visa.
And talking about fake visas, it is extremely annoying.
Yeah.
I always tell people that it is very, very important for us to learn to love ourselves. Because if there is love amongst ourselves, some of these things are bound not to happen.
Yes.
But in situations where you don't feel anything for another person, you don't feel remorse for your other Ugandan, this is when such things happen.
Exactly.
Honestly speaking, fake visas are so bad. You find someone is supposed to come, actually not just fake as in NASA fake.
And that's
You will find someone getting a visit, giving someone a visit visa who is supposed to come on unemployment visa. Someone pays for unemployment visa, you give
And
them
you
a
give them
visit
something
visa.
else, yeah.
These are things that people need to be careful about. Then I think I'll talk about the other one, whereby people read the numbers, the number of days on their visas wrongly.
Yes.
Like you said you read.
I did. I read. The visa had 2 months validity, and I thought my visa is a whole 60 days, but it was 30 days. So that was a big mistake.
So please make sure that you understand. Make sure that these visas, most of them come with either short-term visa or long-term visa. That one explains to you how many number of days you have. If you're not so sure, please inquire before you travel.
We shall come here and we show you word by word. Explain how the visa looks like, what statement means, so we don't fall victims of wrongly reading or understanding our visa.
Rebecca, before we close the show, there are some other issues about visas, like the overstays and then the absconding. These are like another whole new topic.
That day when we come, it is you and us. We will talk. We will help you in all ways we can.
Yes.
Please put comments. Oh, by the way, let me call comments. Please use that comment section. You have a question, you have something to tell us, you have an addition to add, you know.
Bagaye barekera otukubiranga babitubulira babiteekawo mu comment.
Yeah, you know, Zamu. Yeah, Zam has been receiving some calls of things that you would have wanted to say on the show. So please use the comment section.
Well, it was a pleasure again riding with you this evening. And like we said, before we close entirely, maybe on our next episode, we are going to bring you. Yeah,
we are going to drink some water.
Rebecca wants to kuma this as a chama, but I think I can tell you, kubanga nze sagala byama. Hey, we are going to have travel consultants and they will be here to give us details about what someone needs to travel and all the details before you get yourself ready for a trip.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, our dear viewers. It has been the African Hub with your host, Zamuna Abidie.
And Rebecca Nanzi. Please don't forget, if you want to be a part of the show in any way, let us know. We'll be happy to serve you. And
as we say goodbye, our dear viewers, please make sure that the next time you're here, comment, be here on time as we go live.
We don't even want to go, but we have to go, guys. Let's go, Sam. Let's go. Bye. Bye, guys.